I feel like Russell Westbrook is going to be low cost, high energy. 37 for Russell, or he's 36 years old? Or he's about to be 37 years old? He's getting up there. But I think he's still got like the heart, the energy. His season with the Nuggets was underwhelming. But I remember playing fantasy basketball and nobody drafted him. On the chat, make sure you hit that like button. And I appreciate your support. And just remember, if you know bull, you know ball. All right, let's get into it. So, Russell Westbrook, right? Former MVP of the league. He had that crazy triple-double season that was just undeniable. And he had won MVP. I want to talk about the fact that he's still on the free agency. And I know my thumbnail was like, Westbrook to the Bucks? No, but there were articles and talks that like this team and this rumor kind of came out of nowhere because there were talks earlier about the Kings, something about the Pacers, blah, blah, blah. My thing is for the Pacers, you have Andrew Nembhard and you have TJ McConnell. There's no reason for you to get Russell Westbrook. We're talking about a point guard, you know? So the Pacers, I feel like that's a reach, even if Halliburton's out. Then you got the Kings, who maybe, but you know, I don't think that's a reach, but I'm trying to think. I know they lost Fox, but this is like I don't know if they like to play with that type of pace. Like I know Fox is a really fast guard, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I could see it. I don't think it's terrible, but this whole Milwaukee Bucks perspective, I'm like, you know what? That might could work. So, so there's two parts to this. Why is he still in the free agency? And is this rumor for the Bucks seem like the most probable and believable rumor or possibility for this team, especially with them getting rid of Damian Lillard? They don't got Chris Middleton. Yeah, they just re-signed Thaddeus. And if they re-sign Thaddeus, does that mean Giannis is staying? Because I didn't think Giannis would not want to play with his brother. So, like, there's a whole bunch of different things going in my mind right now for this team. But I'm like, they could use a point guard like Russell Westbrook, you know? So, kind of actually makes sense. I also saw some talks with the Heat, but the Heat also, there's talks with them trading with the Lakers. I saw that rumor too. Like, there's a lot of different rumors. Like Austin Reeves can end up on the Heat. I don't want to get too ahead of myself and talking about all this stuff. I think another rumor I saw was the Knicks again. I mean, maybe, but they just signed Jordan Clarkson too. You know what I mean? And behind Jalen Brunson, I'm trying to think like Russell Westbrook too. Maybe I just don't see it. I don't see it. But it's not like they couldn't use him. They could use him. Would he fit with the Knicks? I don't know. But I feel like Russell Westbrook is going to be low cost, high energy. Low cost, high energy. But this is year 37 for Russell, or he's 36 years old? Or he's about to be 37 years old? He's getting up there. But I think he's still got like the heart, the energy. His season with the Nuggets was underwhelming. But I remember playing fantasy basketball and nobody drafted him. I was like, damn. But fantasy's a little different than actual basketball. But is this strategy, is this going to be a blessing for teams, or is this going to be a burden? Is it time for Russell to wrap it up? I'm just wondering, why is he still on waivers? Is it because people, like, he's trying to negotiate a best price or a best fit? You know, he got a family. He's definitely a family man. Is it like all these other factors, or is it because he's getting old and he's not useful? Teams are like, I don't know. Would it hurt us more to pick him up? Type time. What do y'all think? Let's see. Tulip says, with Dame gone, Russ could do a good job on a vet min for the Bucks. Makes sense. He ain't a needle mover anymore, though, sadly. Yeah, he's not. So his value's down. And that sucks. because I love Westbrook, but he just, to me, sometimes I think he hurts a team more than he helps a team. And we could say, oh, he's got that veteran, but the way he be playing don't be giving veteran. He be turning the ball over. And I'm like, what are you doing? But Randy Mayo said Russ needs to be on a team. Yeah, I agree. Like, I want him on a team. I'm just wondering, what's the holdup? Why is he on the waivers for so long? You know, a little concerned. I'm trying to find this one article that I was reading earlier, and I took it down because my computer was like, girl, I can't handle all this. That's what I want to do. I want to look at Russell Westbrook's stats from last season. Let's look at Russell Westbrook's stats from last season. And then I also want to look up the current Milwaukee Bucks roster, because I think, like, is Gary Trent still on there? Gary Trent? Is he still? Because I'm trying to look at, like, their point guards and stuff. Okay, so in the past NBA season, Russell Westbrook averaged 13.3 points, 6.1 assists, and 4.9 rebounds. And he played in 75 games. We got to hold on, because 75 games out of, what, 82? That's a lot. I mean, right there is like enough value for me to be like, damn, big man, you playing more games than these freshmen, than these rookies. Salute. 13.3 points, 6.1 assists, and 4.9 rebounds. Let's see his shooting, his field goal percentage. Okay, 44% from the field. And he was attempting 11.1 shots per game. The highest amount of shots I've seen him take all season was 25, and that was against Minnesota. And I mean, he just had a really good game. He had a decent game. How many points he get? How many points he get that game? Ugh, wait. He shot 25 shots and he scored 38 points. I mean, he scored 12 points. I'm sorry, the minutes category and the points category are right next to each other. So he took 25 shots and he scored 12 points. Am I tripping? Oh, no. Okay. No, okay. Hold on. Let's back it up. He took 25 shots against the Spurs and scored 30 points. I'm sorry. All I know is Russell Westbrook is near and dear to my heart because when I was in college, and this was 2014 through 18, so this was like peak Westbrook with the triple doubles and the MVP. That was like during my time, and people were calling me the baby Westbrook of the league. The other teams were calling me that. There's a lot of reasons how I know that, but still, their fans were my fans. And back in the day, back in that time, getting called baby Westbrook was a compliment. It was a compliment. Now, if you get called Westbrook, I don't know if it's a compliment, but it's definitely not no shade. I appreciate Westbrook. You feel what I'm saying? I think he does add value. I would love to see a system. I think I hated to see him leave OKC, and he's been on so many teams. I would just love to see him get a team and actually win. It kind of sucks, Yeah, he messes up the rhythm. I agree. Russell Westbrook messes up the rhythm. And, like, I think he messes up the rhythm because he doesn't know how to. That's just how he plays. Like, I'm trying to describe how he plays. I appreciate his pull-up game. I think that's a lost art. I don't really think he's the best three-point shooter. Like, I would live with that. I would die every time. But I think he brings defense. He's still pretty explosive. and he'll push the tempo. And teams are looking for a push the tempo guy. Like, I feel like if Russell Westbrook, and I'm not saying this is going to happen, but he would fit in with an OKC team. He needs an OKC style team. I don't know. I'm trying to think about how the Bucks played, because whenever I watched the Bucks, I was really focused on Giannis. But are they a fast tempo team? Hold on. Let's look at that roster real quick for the Bucks. And then we'll move on to the next topic. Hope everybody's Sundays is going well. So see, Bruce said Russ is okay, just needs a team that needs energy from the bench. Yeah. And so that almost goes like if I'm going to pick up Russ, I'm not starting him. I do want to bring him off the bench. So maybe the Knicks is a good fit for him. Y'all think the Knicks is a good fit? Like, I'm just talking about teams that have been speculated and rumored that's where he could land. And this isn't even me looking in the cap space or anything like that. Like, I don't know. And Russ, I don't think, I mean, how much was his last contract too? These are so many different questions that contribute to a lot of different things. Let's look at the Bucks roster real quick. Okay. They got Mark Sears, which is a rookie. They got Jericho Sims as their center. Let me look at their guards. They still have Gary Trent Jr. Oh, they got Kevin Porter Jr. Forgot about that. And did Kevin play with Russ on the Clippers? Was Kevin on the Clippers at the time? I don't know. They just got Amir Coffey too, who could be like a guard and a forward, small forward. Gary Harris as a guard. Gary coming from Orlando. Ryan Hollins. So they got Kyle, but he's a forward. Oh, and they just got Miles Turner. Giannis, Miles Turner, Bobby Portis. They still got AJ Green. I mean, yeah, they do. I mean, they need a starting point guard. So maybe the Bucks isn't a landing spot for Russell Westbrook, because they need a start. Maybe they'll start Cole Anthony as their pointing guard. I couldn't even get the sentence out. I don't know, y'all. I don't know if the Bucks is actually a probable place. Because I'm not drafting. Sorry, I'm a little hungry. I'm not drafting Russell Westbrook and starting him. Or I mean, I'm not picking him up off the waivers and starting him. I don't know why I said drafting. Russ to the Heat or the Warriors? Bruce. The Warriors? I don't think they want someone who can't shoot threes. Like, I don't think they want another, like, Jonathan Kuminga. They want to get rid of that type of guy and bring in a guy that actually going to shoot threes effortlessly. Not have this, like, attack downhill play style. Like, I just don't think that's what the Warriors want. But definitely Russ. Tulip says Russ needs to be surrounded by shooters. Okay, that's fair. You know what? I could see the Warriors like just taking on Russ. Like, I could see them waking up one day like, dang, the LeBron joint didn't pan out. Russ still on the waivers in the middle of the season. Let's go ahead and grab him. That's crazy. But do y'all think he's going to get picked up before the season start? Or am I taking it too far? Am I taking this way too far? Is it possible that the NBA could leave Russ on the waivers, start the season, and then they'd be like, might as well. Come on, Russ. We'll sign you for a 1 year. $5 million. But yeah, I love Russell Westbrook dearly.